Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Don't tell me what to do.
Good evening.
I'm Ariel.
I'm Shya.
Welcome to being here.
And the name of this episode,
Da, 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 da.
this is an episodic, isn't it?
It is.
Is Don't Tell Me What to Do.
Okay. That's it. Enough said. Isn't it funny how when you don't want to be told what to do, everything dominates you? It's like your alarm clock dominates you, your kids, if you have them, dominate.
Your cat.
Yeah,
your dog, if you have a dog.
My cat definitely dominates. She was stomping up and down my body this morning, but I didn't really mind because she was purring. She's like,
so you think she likes you rather than it's wake up and feed me time.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Listen, we talk about listening virtually every episode. Do you ever wait to get through it? Like we're dominating you with the information.
Talking about listening.
We're going to do it again.
Yeah. Listening brings the possibility of experiencing your life rather than thinking about it.
And rather than having to resist what's right in front of you.
Or being told what to do.
Ooh, I was being told what to do and dominated by a program on my computer. When you download you may not, but if you download a program into your computer, you have to follow steps. And if you don't click I agree or next, it doesn't get completed. So if you don't like to be told what to do, life is a real mess.
If you're a computer whiz.
Even if you're not a computer whiz, I fumbled my way through finally, after years, of course, I have a new printer, being able to scan things from my printer directly into my computer.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
really, that's awesome.
I had a conversation. I don't know what I'm doing and I can't do this. And I kept just
listening to that conversation rather than looking and seeing what was needed.
No, I just kept setting it aside and doing the next thing until it completed. I had that idea, but the idea wasn't relevant. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore, but that's okay.
I'm trying to connect my computer and my printer.
Oh, got it.
Automatic is I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
If I followed that idea rather than looking at what came next and just taking the next step and the next step, I never would have connected it.
Right.
But it required being told what to do, and not by my thoughts, which was basically saying, stop, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take our first guest.
Okay.
Miss Susan, welcome to being here.
Thank you. I'm Susan, and I'm calling in from Ocean Grove, New Jersey.
Welcome. So fun. You're like Ocean Grove, New Jersey. You're so happy to be able to say that's where you live these days. That's fun.
It's true. I love this town. It's a fun little town. And I love the topic of this episode. Before I met you guys, I'd never heard of this concept of don't tell me what to do.
You just lived it, huh?
So true. And proudly, because I thought if I followed what someone told me what to do, I'd be like not independent or like a wimp or
doormat.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the problem idea is you tell you what to do and then you say, don't tell me what to do.
Right.
That's what is normally termed procrastination. I'm going to exercise today. Don't tell me what to do.
I had that thought today. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. Or I'm not going to eat so much sugar. Don't tell me what to do. I want to.
Yeah, it tastes good. Yeah.
Yeah, for now, at the moment. Yes. So my question is, why is it so easy to do it, to allow myself to be there with others and follow whatever is in front of me when I'm in a good mood. But if I'm in a pissy mood, it's like the
Well,
concept.
that different, what you're talking about is the difference that when you're being present and when you're being upset. When you're upset, you're in a pissy mood, to use your scientific term.
Yes,
Uh, you know, when you're not upset, people can say things to you and it doesn't bother you at all. But if you're already upset and denying that and blaming this pissiness on the circumstance, well, then you never get control of your life. See,
right.
first off, you have no control anyway. Really. I mean, the sun moves in the sky. We're on this planet. It's in a solar system, in a universe that's so vast, we're not even a speck of dust. And that's the whole planet. There isn't even a speck of dust. Now, then you start thinking about your tiny little ego.
Right,
Don't tell me what to do. I'm independent. Like an
right.
ant is independent until the bird comes over and eats it. There is no independence really. But when you start to choose to do what your life is demanding you do anyway, like wash the dishes, and you do it like it's your idea, suddenly you're in freedom land. You have freed yourself from the resistance to having life dominate you. See, I'm sure you and your husband have fun and he dominates you when you let him.
Yes. When I let him.
You should let him more. You'll
Okay.
have a lot more fun, but it'll be difficult because you'll have to give up this idea of being independent. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
let him tell you what to do for a while. That should be a very interesting experience. He doesn't even know how to do that because you've got him so trained to behave himself because he doesn't want your upsets.
You know, it's so funny. You are laughing quietly
I'm
and not
sorry.
ahead. And everybody thinks Shia is saying mean things to
No,
you.
Shia is brilliant, and I noticed when I laugh on this show, I can cut out what he's saying, or that's my excuse. No, he
Uh-huh.
is
That is a
he.
really good
That is a
excuse.
good one, right? No,
That's a good
Shia,
excuse.
you are absolutely right, and I am enjoying it because I'm laughing because I'm seeing myself.
Well, see, right now, Susan, it's easy to laugh,
True.
but it's when you're already a little upset and he says something and your hackles come up
Yes,
and you want to fight with him.
right.
No, no, it's your fault.
Well, you know, it's so funny. So many listeners are going, wait, Shia is telling her to listen to him. When is he going to tell her husband to listen to her?
Well,
It should
when I
be
talk to
equal.
her, when I talk to her husband, I might, but it's not equal.
What do you mean?
When we're talking to you, it's 100% you.
Yes.
No, that's
Plus,
not quite what I mean.
what do you mean?
It's not equal in that women are manipulative and men are
No.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yes. I learned that
So,
from
so, see, when I say women are manipulative, the no came up first. But when I say men are stupid, that lets it be okay that women are manipulative.
that I can agree with. Yes.
That you could agree with, yes. Well, you see, you know everything you know,
Yes.
and you know everything you know you don't know, and that's your reality.
Right.
And you might find it really exciting to allow his reality to dominate your reality. So you discover a new reality, new possibilities.
If I'm not mistaken in my impression of you two, it
We know both of you.
yeah,
Yes.
it
Very well.
feels like it as far as choosing restaurants, that you are at least the impression you give off is that you are the dominant decision maker and he goes along for the ride.
I
It may
feel
not be
correct.
the case, but is that
Yes,
sound-
that's
it would
correct.
be interesting to see what happens if you allow yourself to drop your preferences and see what he desires.
Or make whatever he chooses your desire.
But if she doesn't drop her preferences first, he'll always choose her preferences.
This is true.
Because you're very strong willed
Willed.
and he loves that about you. It kind of takes a pressure off him for having to produce. So it's
Or
not like you guys aren't
having to be responsible for the outcome.
so it's not like you guys aren't a match set.
Right.
It's not as if you're dominating him. And it's not as if your relationship is unbalanced. It's a perfect balance, but there are other possibilities.
That's so cool. I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you.
Could be fun.
You see, here's the problem. You only know what you know from what you've learned. That's all a cultural download.
Yes.
There's a possibility of learning from what you discover, which isn't a cultural download. It comes through your senses.
You know, sometimes I have a very specific, detailed idea of what I want to do in a day. And what appears on our calendar of things to be done might be just a hundredth of those ideas or a tenth. It's like what's scheduled in is minute compared to my internal plans. And then if Shya has a different idea for the day or the plan, I can either tell him all of my plans, which is what happens sometimes, and then we look and see what, or sometimes it's to let go of my ideas of how my day was going to be constructed and adopt the direction he has to go in, whether it's to stay in and do something or go out and do something. And I'm not sure that you're skilled yet at dropping your internal plans.
I think you're right.
Yeah. See, this is about awareness. And awareness is a seeing of what is, non-judgmentally. Well, when you become aware of your program that wants it the way you want it, whether it's a benefit to you guys or not. When we first got together, if the lights were too bright in the room, it was a problem. If the music had words, it was a problem.
He's not talking about in general problem, but I found it distracting.
Yes.
So everything that didn't fit the prescribed order or idea of what was perfect became an
irritant.
An irritant, an intrusion, an upset. See, there's something that can happen in a let go where you just discover your moment rather than try to plan it out. And you plan things out, Susan.
Yes. That's true.
Getting an interesting picture, because I know you like to ride bikes and the winter has come and primarily gone, and it might be time to get them out and be riding around again. You get on the bike for the first time after having it away for several months and you ride and it's like, whoa, I didn't even know I had these muscles. I forgot that set of muscles because you haven't used them in a while.
Right.
And when we're talking about the potential of letting go of your planning nature and finding out what Michelle would really like and then saying, yes, let's do that, for instance, allowing yourself to be done, quote, dominated by his plans. It's like a muscle that you haven't used for a while. It's not as if your activities while not on that bike were wrong. It's just adding an extra aspect and see what fun you can have and where the road might take you.
Oh, I love that. That's that's very cool, you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty then. Drum roll, please. You sound like our cat. It's time for our listener feedback spotlight while Shya is here purring with me. We get to hear from one of our listeners
about how transformation has impacted their lives. And if you'd like to learn more or register for any of our upcoming courses, visit transformationmadeeasy.com.
Yeah.
And when I say easy, it's like the fire swamp.
Yeah, join us.
If you know your way through it, it's easy. If you have a good guide, it's easy. If you don't, well, there's rodents of unusual size. There's lightning sand.
Oh,
What's
all
the other
those.
thing?
I don't remember.
Oh, and the fire spurts. Right.
There you go.
There you go.
We're great
Transformation made easy.
guides.com.
I'm Julie in Yonkers, New York, and in my job as a high school principal, I find that listening to this podcast and attending transformation seminars makes it easier and easier for me to be with everybody that I work with, not just go about my job and do the tasks of my job, but actually be with each individual or group that I'm working with and enjoy them and really see who they are.
Do you want to have well-being with consistency? Connect with people all over the world from the comfort of your own home at Ariel and Shya's lively interactive Living Made Easy virtual seminars. Join any of their 2-hour online events or take a deep dive into the magic of being you at a virtual weekend seminar. Come on, let's connect. Find out more and register at transformationmadeeasy.com.
We have in a couple of weeks a few Living Made Easy 2-hour virtual seminars coming up. Monday the 16th, Wednesday the 18th, and Saturday the 21st. You can check for the times in your time zone and join in on whatever works for you. We have a couple of in-person events happening at the end of the month. First in New York City, March 27, 8, and 9. That's a Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. The power of listening. Oof, that is so powerful. And then we head off to Hamburg, Germany in May.
It's so powerful. It's life transforming.
It really is.
A shift in your listening can produce quantum shifts in the quality of your life.
The Freedom to Breathe is May 14th, and Being Boldly You Friday night through Sunday. May 15th through 17th.
And that, of course, is in person because we're in Hamburg, Germany doing it.
Yeah, Costa Rica 2027 is open and filling. Had a lot of people sign up in Costa Rica this year. Whilst they were there, they were so happy they want to come back. You're welcome to come back again or to join them. A prerequisite is attending a weekend seminar with us.
At least
one. Why be stingy with yourself? They're fun, life transforming. So you can find out.
It builds on itself.
It really does. It's instantaneous
and cumulative.
Transformationmadeeasy.com is where you can find out all the details.
It's like figure skating.
Yeah.
You might be able to twirl around once and still stay on your skates. But if you practice it, you get better and better. Same thing with transformation.
Well, let's twirl our way into our next guest, shall we?
Michel.
Not my bell.
He's not a bell.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a both.
Michelle, my beau. Not my beau either. It's Susan's. What can I say? The song only goes so far.
Hello,
Yes,
Michelle. What can
Where
we
are
do for
you,
you?
my
yes.
friend?
I'm also in Ocean Grove, New Jersey. I'm Susan's husband.
Mhm.
I've been listening with great interest in your chat, and I also saw myself in, you talked about me abdicating responsibility, to make decisions, and that's true. It's easier to just follow and not be responsible if the choice doesn't pay off or it doesn't work out.
Ah, but you see, there's a very subtle thing that you just dropped into the space, my friend. You know, uh, you can go about doing Susan's suggestion as though it's your idea, or you can go about it as her victim. And then you get to be right that she was wrong for suggesting it in the first place. You've never done anything like that now, have you?
No, I have. I have done that.
By the way, listeners, just to tell you, Michelle is also producing the show for us today. So sitting next to him is Susan, and she's trying really, really hard to be quiet when she's laughing. Susan, I know you were successful at suppressing your laughter in the last segment, but you're welcome to, you can even chime in if you want.
Okay, thank you.
He loves blaming you for everything, so why not?
But I can do that too. The flip side is true.
Well, to a degree, I would say to a degree,
But
because
see,
his nature is quieter than yours.
so when I said you can join in, if you notice, you're very quick to almost take over, which is his comfort zone. And I'm suggesting that you find a way to be fully here and allow him to take the hot seat.
Okay.
You are so very wise, very observant. That's true. I do. It is a bit, or has become a bit of a comfort zone sometimes, especially if I don't, if for some, if I'm not well in myself, if I don't feel confident, then it's just.
Well, see, it's a comfort zone, but then again, you resent it.
In a way, I do sometimes, yeah.
No, not so much sometimes. I say sometime, all the time, most of the time, that you go along with it, but I don't tell me what to do is still very active in you. So surrendering to her point of view is not an easy thing. You go along with it, but you victimize
There's
yourself
a
with it.
difference between going along and surrender. And we're not using the word like the dictionary. Surrender means to
Waving a white
give
flag.
up,
Surrender is taking it on.
as if you suggested it,
Exactly.
as if it's your idea.
Exactly.
Because I was watching your face when we were talking to Susan. And sometimes when you take the abdication posture where it's not allowing her to lead, it's almost pushing her to lead so that you don't have to have responsibility.
Okay.
Your features become young. I'm waiting for you to put on a little baseball cap and get a striped shirt and, be Dennis the Menace, or, go, play junior baseball or something, even though you're Swiss, so it doesn't really work for you. But and then there's a different thing when you're listening to her from partnerships. So she may have the idea, let's go to the Italian restaurant, but it's as if you've looked and already seen that's where you want to go anyway, and it just happens to come out of her mouth.
And that may be why it comes out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Because you've dropped enough hints about what you want, and she takes them, and then you can resent her for bossing you around.
Okay.
I've seen you take the initiative. I've seen you get excited about the initiative. It is most advanced, in my experience, in your job as a scientist and that you're in the medical device industry, and if you find something that you think would be toxic to put into a person's body or toxic for workers to be working around, some part of you gets excited to be able to share definitively that information with your bosses or your clients, so that to protect people, it's like you come alive there. And when you talk about it in seminars or when you talk about it with us personally, I see you animated. So you have that skill set, but you don't necessarily give yourself permission to full-throatedly use it when you don't have a role that gives you the portal and the
Permission.
excuse and the permission to use it.
Yeah, that's true. With certain topics, I feel like I do know what to say, and yeah, it's true.
I believe, Michelle, that you will discover you do know what to say in other areas, provided you step into that gap between you and fully participating in your
Well,
life.
here's the thing. You've got an old story about who you are based on who you were.
Yeah.
You were shy.
That's right. So, and you were reserved and you were not able to speak up in certain situations, but that's who you were as a child. Now, there's a different being here called you as a grown-up, and you are amazing, but you have to let yourself discover you're amazing. Otherwise, you'll keep dipping into the well of your childhood experience to say what you're capable of. I can't say that. I never have. Well, maybe you never have, but so the hell what?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
What you got to say, Susan? Anything?
I love this. I'm very touched by both of these conversations when I was with you guys, and what happens here with you guys is phenomenal. It's exquisite. I don't know how you do it, but you do it really well. And
I'll get you. Well, you do it as well. You do it in your style. And I've seen both of you, when we do a Living Made Easy, if you listeners have not come to a Living Made Easy or haven't come to one recently, they're always different and they're always so interesting. And when Michelle and Susan come, somebody can be talking and one of them can blurt out something that totally changes the trajectory of the evening in an amazing way. And how do you think that way? How do you see that way? I'm not interested in how. I'm interested in that you do. When you're present, your essence comes forward.
When you are in the current moment of your life, genius exists. Just out of your being present.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
It isn't a thought-generated genius. It's a experience-generated genius that happens when you're being present. You actually see what's needed and wanted. And then you have the option to either provide it or shrink.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Sometimes it's so easy to see something. And sometimes I guess that's when I'm upset that I don't see the things, or I take myself.
When you're upset, you don't see anything. You only see the story that you blame your experience on.
Oh, I love that.
I chose those words very specifically.
You only see the story that you blame your experience on.
Right, because you have an experience called upset, but the only thing that could be causing that upset is what you already know and have already blamed many times before. But upsets happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And you may think you know what caused it, but it may not be the actual cause.
Yeah. When you talk, now what you just said went away, but I really see it when people will sign in and they have this for a Living Made Easy, for instance, or even here, and they have this idea about who they are, what they have to say. And I really love what you said about listening, Shia, that it evokes, it brings out brilliance. You know, when you listen, your brilliance comes forward and the person you're listening to's brilliance comes forward. Because true listening is a non-judgmental act. It's not that you don't have judgments, it's that you're capable of setting them down to truly hear what another person has to say.
Most difficult time for that, though, is when you're upset. When you're already upset, because then you're locked into the mechanics and it owns you.
From time to time, it is possible, whilst in the upset, to have a remembrance of when you were not upset. You know, it's like a trace memory, and know that if you can set it down and really hear the other person, everything gets easy.
Yeah, but that means you have to give up being right.
That's so hard.
See, because you're right about why you're upset. It's always caused by the other and the way they're being or not being.
Yes.
But that's not it. See.
Or being right about an earlier decision about yourself. See, I knew I was stupid.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
This just proves I can't pick restaurants.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, lovely being with you guys.
Yeah.
Lovely being with both of you.
Yeah.
And you,
And
Michelle.
you.
Excellent. Hey, you can subscribe to this podcast and you can share it with your friends. You can also share the Living Made Easy seminars, whatever you do with us or whatever it touches you. And it doesn't even have to be in relation to this. If you share it with your friends, it makes it, I don't know, come alive. It builds relationship. I've been trading recently movie suggestions back and forth with a friend. I don't always like her ideas, but I love that she sends them to me. And sometimes it gives me an idea of things that I have no clue about. So just suggesting that you share yourself. And if this episode or the Living Made Easies or the Being Here podcast in general touch you, share it with your friends. You ready for next week's episode?
Sure.
Are you afraid of chaos?
Let me think about that. No, thanks.
We'll find out. We'll be back next week.
So come on back.
And don't miss
Being